This is Derek.
Jamie Madrock.
Man, this your man's Obi Trice. This is Live.
Yo, what up? This is Spesh One.
This is Spesh K.
Hot Rock's motherfucking Skot MC.
Breaking Records.
Breaking Records Radio out here.
This is Breaking Records Radio. Check them out, man.
Breaking Records Radio and the place to be. You know what it is, your host Maloney. We got a special guest, friend of the show with us, Classified.
What up, man?
How's it been going, man?
Good, good.
So we're out here right now. You're doing the music video for Legal Marijuana.
Yeah, out the park. The park downtown. What's this place called?
Christie Pitts.
Christie Pitts.
Yeah, I actually used to
Christie
live like
Pitts.
10 minutes away from here.
Yeah, I heard crazy stories about this park.
Yeah, so
Nazis and shit. And
yeah, there was a Nazi rally here before and shit. Yeah, this park's got history too, like when the Toronto riots were happening and shit.
Yeah, that's what people were telling me.
Yeah,
I didn't know about all that.
And it's actually ironic too, because I used to pick up my weed right over there near that jungle gym when I lived around here.
Yeah, like I don't
This
know
is the
Toronto
spot.
really good, but we shot we shot Anything Goes on that corner over there.
Oh, say word, did you?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the first and the second verse.
Oh shit, I didn't even catch that.
Yeah.
And there's a school across the road I shot a music video at years ago too.
Christie Pitts?
Yeah,
Krusty Pitts Park.
Krusty
man.
Pitts.
It's a weird name.
So you got the new, I guess it's not completely new now, but it's still new. You did the Tomorrow Could Be EP. And I seen you in an interview, or it was a podcast you did like a couple months back, where you actually explained to them that you had an album and you're like, yo, fuck it, let's just break it up and do EPs. And so I thought that was cool. And then the Tomorrow Could Be, it was dope. I like everything on that. But my shit is the intro joint though. I love that boom bap class.
Oh, fuck, damn right.
Yeah, the video you showed us when we were at the studio with Robbie. But yeah, that shit was fire. I love that.
Thank you, man.
But then when I seen that the Day Things Change was the name of the second, so you split the title up in the way you did the cover.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's super dope.
Thank you, bro. Like, that's what I mean. I like that you appreciate that shit. Like, that's just that extra stuff of like making the music, then being like, you know, traditionally you just make an album, you'd name it and put it out, but it's like, man, albums just come and go in like fucking 2 weeks now. Like, it's crazy. Like, even Kanye and J. Cole, all that shit.
Yep.
It's like people talk about the first week, second week, it's on to something next, and it's like, I noticed with my last album, I was like, just how quick it came and go. You couldn't even get to a third single. And I was like, man, I'm making like 16 songs, and you know what I mean? I'm not even getting to a third single. So with this one, we were first thinking, let's just release singles, you know? Drop a song here, drop a song there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I like a bit of like a body of work, because you get to showcase different things, different styles of songs, and people always like different shit. So, do you want me to do one? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you need to be in it. But with this, sorry.
We can
I just wanted to just find a clever way to put the music out, to be like, you know, it's small bodies of work, but we release like 3 songs, then the EP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let that bubble for like 4 months, and then boom, let's drop Cold Love with Tory Lanez and start the full-length album.
Yeah.
Which is, you know, the same 6 songs, but another 7 songs with it. So you get the full album, the full.
Oh, so this one's gonna be
vinyl.
7 joints.
Yeah.
Okay. Dope.
No, it's 7 joints, but it has the other 6 from Tomorrow Could Be. So it's like the full album
as
of
a
it.
full album then?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
that's what it is now. The full album, so the vinyl, everything is both albums.
So the first EP was
It's
just
just
a
like the EP
teaser
to the album.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I didn't figure that out until halfway either. So it was like,
See, it's just kind of.
It wasn't like all planned out. It was kind of.
Oh, that's dope.
Fluky.
Man. Yeah, because I like the way you guys rolled this one out too. Because when you first dropped what was it? Powerless was the first single.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of out of nowhere. Like,
Totally.
oh, Class has
first
new music.
single of like, what the fuck
and then
is
like
this? And
a month later, a new video, and then like you just kind of kept hitting them. And then
every 3-4 weeks we just drop a new video, a new song, because it's just how people are going through music now. And you know, it sucks, but it's cool because it's like, especially now with shooting videos, like shooting with my brothers, we just go and shoot shit.
Yo,
it's like,
you
cool,
did an
let's put
awesome
the visual.
job on
He's
Damn Right,
getting
too.
killing. He did that. He did the finish it video. He just shot the intro for mine. And he's shooting like some other, like a lot of big stuff right now. So let me do this real quick and I'll come right back.
I do have to bring up to you though, is I was very surprised. I mean, when you dropped the music video, and at first I'm kind of like, okay, Class is coming out with a few singles. But then when you announced the EP, I was a little surprised because I interviewed you last time. You said Grateful was going to be your last album.
It was. This was an EP. 2 EPs, right? Man, I say that shit every album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like this is going to be your last album?
I was talking about yesterday, and I was like, no, this is definitely it. But I don't know. Just one moment I feel like, yeah, that's kind of it. Like I said, my piece.
But then
you know,
once you
the
get
world around
inspiration-
me's changing, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Like, in Changes, that's why I wrote Changes. Like,
Yeah.
that's real shit. Like, it's not, like, the same as what it was. Not to say there's not great moments, because there's still fucking great moments. I still love certain things about it, but it's definitely to a point where it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't have to be about the classified brand. It could be about me producing other stuff, or
Well, and that's actually what I was
or
gonna
maybe a
ask,
group
too.
album, maybe me and Mike Boyd album.
That
I
would
don't know,
be
just
dope.
something,
That would be
yeah,
dope.
just like fun shit that's like, yo, let's just do this, something different.
Well, I know you and Spesh are still cool. Do you still talk to J Brew and shit at all?
Oh yeah, bro, busy.
Man, you guys should all kind of like do like a classic
Jordan,
Half-Life
yeah.
thing.
No, we might, man, and like that's fun. That's what I mean. I always wanted to like rent a house and get all those guys together for like a week.
That
go
would
make
be
some
so
shit.
dope, man.
But I don't know. People are busy. Things are going
That's
on.
true,
It's
right?
life, man.
And as you get older, you only get busier,
Yeah, it's straight up.
and
I
everybody's
don't get
got
busier. The
families.
days just keep getting shorter for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really cool to see, though, if
Yeah,
you
it'd
guys
be
could
fun.
make something like that happen. But then I remember you made a post like, I think this might even been a bit before you put out Powerless, but you were looking for some upcoming talent because you wanted to produce them, actually. Did you end up getting your fingers on anybody that...
Yeah. There's a couple people that I work with, but you know, they're always looking for something else. You know what I mean? Always just trying to do something that excites me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it's cool to do something, but then like after 6 months, it's like I want to try something different. I want to do this, and always looking for some next shit. But yeah,
Word up. All right, and so with the upcoming EP, when's the release date for that? Or sorry, I guess the full album.
second EP.
The second EP.
Last album was Grateful. It comes out October 12th. But yeah, that's like the 2 EPs combined.
Yeah,
Which makes an album.
which is dope. So you're gonna have the split cover in that.
Yeah. Like there was a concept to it all and shit. Like so. It was,
So
you know,
like
it was trying to.
the first EP be like side A kind of thing, like is gonna
Not
go in
even,
that
it's all
order?
mixed
No,
up.
oh really?
It's all
Okay,
mixed up.
cool.
Yeah,
that'll
like,
be interesting. Then.
That's what I mean. Like when I had it all done, like I originally put it in 2 EPs, and that's how it was laid out. It was like EP1 and EP2.
Yeah,
And tomorrow could be the day things change, the 2 EPs, but you could also buy them together on vinyl. Like
Yeah.
that was how I saw the whole thing breaking
Okay.
down. But then halfway through the process, we're like, let's just make it so you get all of, you know, it's one thing at the end of it rather than 2 EPs.
yeah.
You got some shit on your face right there.
Do I?
Oh no, it was a fly. It's gone.
Okay. But what was I gonna go on that?
Fucked you all up, didn't I?
You did kind of. I'm like, what the hell I got on my face? We went and got fucking falafels before we came back here. I'm like,
yeah,
oh, I
it
got
was
like
a fly, not
falafel on my face right now. But so one thing I did notice as well too with the Tomorrow Could Be, because you usually every album you usually have some really obscure features on there, like you know when you got like Atmosphere and Snack together, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like Royce and B.O.B. or
Yeah.
you know, like you always or even like just even having Primo on the last record or Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean. But you always kind of, I noticed with the last EP, you kind of just kept it more in house.
Yeah, I just kind of stayed home.
But then with the full
Stay
release,
home and
the
just-
Stay Home.
Yeah.
But you got Lanez on there, so can we expect any more like features like that on the second half, or is that kind of the only one where you?
That one's on there. There's another song called Supernova Scotian on that with Pat Stay,
Oh shit!
Scratch Bastard, Jordan, Quake,
Oh, say word.
Bubbles from Trailer Park Boys,
Get the
and
fuck
Knuckle.
outta here.
Yeah, Supernova Scotians.
Yo, that's.
And that was
fire.
just like, you know, like if you follow me on Instagram, that was like a night, 2 nights us just hanging out in the studio at my place and just messing around and having fun.
Yeah.
And it's like an old school posse cut. Like it's just like an old school beat, Scratch Bastards cutting.
Oh man.
Everyone's rhyming, Jordan's singing some shit.
Yo.
You know, so between that and then the Tory Lanez singing that hook, that's kind of like the main features.
Yeah. Okay.
Always like little hook samples and shit, like from people that I hear something, I'll sample it. Or,
Yeah.
You know, have someone come sing some stuff, but like those are the main features.
I'm looking forward to hear. What is Supernova?
Supernova Scotians.
Yo, I'm looking forward to
Supernova
hearing that.
Scotian.
That's dope. That's super dope. And how did the thing with Tory Lanez come about, anyways? To be honest, when because before you even put out the promo, right, we were trying to line up the interview. So when you said you're doing a video with Lanez, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? You got a song with Lanez? Like that's kind of left field.
It's like he's new school, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's the new Canadian hip hop.
And you always
he's killing it. Like he's international. He's doing his shit. Like, but I met him like 9 years ago, 8-9 years ago at a Echo photo shoot.
Oh really?
It was me and him and Krisha Turner in
Holy
Montreal.
shit.
We just hung out for the day, and like I honestly didn't even know him at this point. He was just a young kid on the come up.
That's when he was still a spitter, right?
Just a young kid. Yeah. He could still spit, but you know, he was just like just a young kid. But you could tell he was like really professional with his shit. He knew what he was doing. And I was like, okay, that was cool. Never even thought much about it. And then, you know, 3 or 4 years after that, you kind of hear his name. And I remember when I went to shoot No Pressure in LA, the cab driver asked where I was from or whatever, the Uber driver, whatever he was, like Canada. And he's like, oh, you got that guy. And I figured he'd say Drake.
Yeah.
And he was like, Tory Lanez. And I was like, shit, okay. And that was when I really first recognized that Tory was kind of doing that on an international level.
Yeah.
Which is dope, man. And then, you know, his name's everywhere now. And we reached out and he was cool and he remembered, like, you know what I mean? Well, the Echo shit and all that. And,
oh, that's dope.
yeah.
Man. That's dope.
It was cool, man.
Too.
He came through and, like, I could tell that he liked the song. It wasn't just some shit like send me some songs, see what I like. He was like cool about it. I showed him the song. He was like, okay.
Yeah, and that fit his
And he
pocket,
talked.
too.
He's like, yo, just give me some time. You're like, I got this.
Did he
And
come
came
through Halifax?
No, I
too?
wish. No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, that was back and forth shit.
Yeah. No, that joint really fit his pocket though, for sure.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Yeah, you got that like that dope Tory hook on there, like that.
Yeah, no, I was super
That
happy when he
signature
came
sound. That's ill, man. What was it going off there? Sorry. So, well, actually, one thing I did want to ask you as well, because you've been in this game so long, and I know technically you got like what 15, probably like 18 albums out now since day one. And what Time's Up Kid 95, that would have been your first of like
cassette.
Your first, and there was a cassette.
Yeah.
But what do you actually consider your first album? Because I know as time goes on, you're like, there's probably that album that you're like, this is really where I consider the
Trial
beginning
and
of my career.
Trial and Error.
Trial and Error?
Yeah.
Yeah, not Union Dues?
No, Union Dues was dope, but like Unpredictable was the next. I break my albums down in like moments. Like Time's Up was cool, and then when Information came out, that was like a new level for me. I felt like, this is just my personal opinion. Then when it came out, Information, and then Now What EP, and then Unpredictable came out, that's when I got my Korg Triton, changed my whole production shit. So that was like a different thing for me. Did that, Union Dues, and then I got my fucking MPC, and that's what I did, Trial and Error. But that was like the first album where I was like even now when I hear it, the sounds on it, the drum sounds, I'm still like, yo, I like this shit. So
Yeah.
Trial and Error is probably like my first. If I could pick like what was my debut album for people to hear,
Yeah, it'd be Trial and Error.
that's as far as back as I would go. Obviously, I'd play the new shit now, but
Yeah.
if I had to go back, I'd go back to Trial and Error.
Yo, I'd say that This Is For, to this
Is
day,
For.
might be my favorite beat of yours still. Do you remember what you sampled for that shit?
Diana Ross.
What? Say word.
I can't even find the sample though, because I remember when I made it, it was just like fucking around one day, and it was like a second-and-a-half sample, and then it scratched. And it was just messing around. And I remember IV always loved it. IV was like, that fucking song, and that's what kind of kept it coming back to that one.
And that was the first joint Ivy did cuts for you on too, isn't it?
Fuck, maybe it is. Maybe that's why he liked it so much.
DJ Ivy on the cuts.
Oh yeah.
Man, that shit's fucking
I don't know if that was the
ill.
first one, but it might have been, right?
That shit is ill, man. That and Gossip, but like as time goes on, when I was
Gossip
younger,
was cool, man.
I
We
think
went to New York
Gossip.
and shot that, and like for a kid from Enfield,
Yeah.
going to New York, and you know what I mean, that was dope.
What borough were you in when you're sitting on the steps?
I don't know.
Don't you remember?
I was in New York.
Almost looks like
small town
Brooklyn-ish.
kid to even know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we walked across the Brooklyn Bridge, but yeah, I don't know what borough it was.
Yeah, man. Gossip used to be my joint. As time goes on, I mean, I always liked them both, but This Is For, I think.
Well, Gossip,
in
the
time-
video went from
It
Gossip
goes, yeah,
into
into This Is For, yeah. And before I even bought the album, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this joint at the end, though?
Yeah, yeah.
And then once I had the album, I'm
That's
like,
dope.
yo, that shit goes hard, man. I seen you put up a poll, too, for the tour. And I think it was between those two songs. Which song would you want to
For
see?
Gossip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one won?
I'm not sure. I gotta go see.
Okay. Keep it a secret for the people, anyways.
I'm not even
Make
sure.
it come out. And so with the tour, you gotta go and you got Maestro and Shot Claire on tour with you, which is dope. The Quit While You're Ahead squad minus Mocha.
Yeah.
That's dope, man. You and Maestro have been working together for years, though. Where does your guys' relationship really go back to? Is it like the joint with Attorney and shit?
That was the first shit we did.
Yeah.
But I remember when I was on UrbNet and I came to Toronto, flew to Toronto, like a day like today, just in the morning, came up to do something.
Yeah.
And Daryl from UrbNet was like, yo, I was talking to Maestro. He said he was a big fan of yours. Gave me your number and he called me that day and he was like, yo, B, I heard you. I think it was the Maritime or something. And it was dope. Like I was a Canadian kid who grew up on Maestro Fresh-Wes. Like,
Yeah.
that was like my first time dealing with someone, so I was nervous as shit on the phone. Like, oh, it's cool, man. You know, it was Maestro. So, but that was it. He just kind of called me up and gave me props on what I was doing, my music and shit. Went from there to me saying, hey, man, if I send you something. He did the Just the Way It Is joint.
Yeah.
And then the
That's
next
the
one
first
after
song I
that
heard
was
by you,
probably Hard to Be Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Which he came to Halifax. He stayed for like 3 days at my place. We hung out and just fucking
And then you started
made rap
producing
music
for him, and
yeah. Actually, no, yeah, we did God Bless the Child, Supreme Authenticity, which is a killing underrated track, and what's the one with Gowan, Criminal Mind.
yeah.
We did those 3. I produced those for him.
What was the second one you said?
Supreme Authenticity.
I don't even think I've heard that.
Go check that shit. I love that beat. That was one beat, and Maestro killed it, but I wish I kept that beat.
Yo, when you say it's a sleeper too, that's how I know. I'm like, yo, I gotta.
Yeah, no one
I
really
gotta
paid
check
attention to that song, but I remember that beat when we made the song. Me and him were. It was when the Blackout happened in Toronto. This was like fucking years ago now. But Maestro raps all about the shit with the Rolling Stones are here and a bunch of shit. But
Yo,
dope
that's
song.
dope. That's dope.
Supreme, yeah, I gotta play that shit for Maestro when we're on tour. I haven't heard that in a while.
I gotta peep that now. I'm gonna play that on the show. I'm gonna dig that up and play
Yeah.
that on this episode. And so another thing I did want to ask you though, with you know, we're having such a close relationship with Maestro, and you've always been a person that reaches out to the Canadian talent, you know, whether it be your DL Incognitos, whether it be you know,
We were talking
the
about DL
Turnies
earlier.
Say word, eh?
Yeah.
You guys gonna cook something new?
I haven't talked to DL in forever, man. I'm super curious. I've seen Tech 12 as DJ a few times, talked to him here and there, but no, man, DL was always dope.
DL gets slept on too.
Totally, man. But everyone did, man. It was Canadian hip hop.
Yeah. But that's one thing I
Always
liked about
fucking-
you, man. You always had your finger on the pulse, like, and you always.
I got lucky, man. Like, just right place, right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a different game 15 years ago, like 10 years ago, 9 years ago, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I mean? You get a video on Much Music back in the day, and it felt like, okay, you can do some shit.
Yeah.
Like, now there's not.
You don't have that outlet.
No, but there's streaming. There's like different things, but it's just more like try everything and hopefully something works. Where
Yeah.
before there was a little bit more sense to it. Even though the
There's a
industry
system.
now is way more crazy with Drake, Weekend, and you know Tory Lanez, all these people blowing up.
Yeah.
All the producers in like Toronto, like Canada, are like killing it right now. So there's good and bad.
Yeah. And that one thing I did want to ask you though is being someone who always had your finger on the pulse and always showed love to the people who either put it down before you for Canadian hip hop or were just, you know, on, you know, in the same field as you at the same time, your shads, whatever. I can't think of many dope Canadian MCs you haven't worked with, but who are, if there's any you can think of, who are some of the ones that you haven't had the chance to work with yet that you'd like to?
Drake.
Mine. I was just gonna say maybe mine is Drake. Is that like the only one really?
No, I like Jez Cartier. He's dope.
Yeah, word.
Like I know his people and shit. It's probably a bunch of people. But like from my world, like Rascals, you know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah,
like
you
shit I
never
grew
did
up
work
on.
with the
Never did
Rascals.
shit. And I know Red One, met him many times.
Word.
Misfit a couple times, Chemo too. Chemo actually recorded Maestro's shit for Quit While You're Ahead.
Oh, really?
We were in Vancouver and we did his vocals and we went to Chemo's studio to record that. So that was
Say
kinda like
word,
fun.
eh? I mean, you sampled them on what? Union Dues Politics? Well, that's Checkmate.
It was
but-
like, yeah, I sampled him a couple times, man.
Yeah.
I only had so many vinyl.
Yeah,
Like,
oh shit,
acapellas.
okay.
Like that was when acapella, no Serato and shit. So I only had like the Northern Touch acapella.
And you had Alicia Delph in the crate.
Yeah. Straight up. A couple of them like that.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Well, is there anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
No, man, go ahead. I'm good. I'm chilling.
All right, my man. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Till next time, and I'll catch you when you're coming through T-Dot too.
All right, bro.
All right, my man. Breaking Records Radio. We out.
Breaking fucking Records Radio.